I don't generally comment on legislation, at least I try not to. But I would remind you that, and I've said this many times, that in 1956, this council, with the administration, decided to spend $6 million. $6 million in 1956. This city council, this administration, to develop a water supply for what was going to be thought by them to be one of the major industrial cities in Ohio, if not the Midwest. That was the idea. You know, we had all the big corporations here at one time. I didn't grow up here, but I know a lot of you did, and a lot of you remember that. We had major corporations here, and that's why Council in 1956 said, you know what? We're going to spend $6 million of taxpayer money, and we're going to buy Sugar Creek water supply, because this city is going to need it in the next 50, 60, 70 years. Well, what have we seen? In my opinion, we've seen it drift, and there's nothing worse than a drifting policy or a drifting person or a drifting city. And that's what we've had. By and large, this city has drifted away from any sense of vision. And as a result, what are we left with? We are left with, let's face it, decaying neighborhoods. As Mr. Cody said tonight, school children who go by abandoned homes on their way to school. What child who is raised in that environment is going to say when they turn 18 and go to college, oh, you know what? I'm going to live in Canton, Ohio. Nobody, or very few. They're not going to stay in Canton, Ohio. They're going to leave. And they're going to leave because there's nothing welcoming about where we are, and particularly where we're going, because I echo those people who have said, we don't really know where we are going. And Member West said it best tonight. I can't repeat what you said, but that made perfect sense to me. I want to challenge my good friends who are fellow citizens finally about this concept that we cannot work together. I totally reject that. I mean, I've been on this council now about 7 years. And I've seen some people come, some people go, some of you come back. I've seen the administration work. I've seen different service directors, safety directors, chiefs of staff. By and large, we all work together. We all work together to advance the best interests of our town because we all live here. That's what it seems to me sometimes we forget. We live in this community, and we have made dramatic progress in what we have accomplished, what you have accomplished. And this idea that we cannot get things done is just a fallacy and it's wrong, and I think all of us reject that. And lastly, I would say I'm so impressed with the debate. Member Smuckler, you've had great things to say, as you have, Member Hart, on the other side of the issue. Yes, are there critical needs that we don't have? Yes, there are, and I'm not going to bang that drum on the state again, but they've got the $2.5 billion surplus. So we fight about money over and over. But the fact of the matter is, these cannot be mutually exclusive. We can provide safety for our residents, and we can advance the city through a vision, through a plan that we will incorporate. And I am convinced we will incorporate these plans, whatever they are. And the man who came to us, you know, I don't know about you, he's direct. He said some things we didn't like to hear. I mean, he said, you know, you don't have a great city, folks. I mean, you know, you're not Atlanta. You know, you're not outside Washington, D.C., where people are fighting to get there and fighting for homes. Now, our people are leaving. So we have some real major problems on the road ahead. But can we do it? Of course we can, whether it's this particular makeup of council and the administration or someone else. So I encourage all of you to hold to your guns, obviously, your conscience, because this is going to be a close vote, but I think it's the right vote. And I would encourage you to vote yes.